Step into the circle once again, folks, with Danny Pucino today on the Wrestling Files, as this time he's going to tell us the breaking point story.
Shocking upsets and training pains. The wildest stories, raw and unchained.
Brutal cuts to thrilling trials.
We are here with the Wrestling Files.
Folks, 2025 NCAA qualifier at 141 pounds this past NCAA championships and returning for a senior season this year at Illinois. It's Danny Pucino on the show. Danny, why don't you set the stage for us for the breaking point story?
Yeah, breaking point takes place my freshman year. It's about Coach Hunter putting me through a workout that ultimately broke me, and I got to know his character that day. To give you a little reference, Jeremy Hunter's an 2000 NCAA champ at 125 pounds, the first NCAA champ of the 2000s.
We're about to crown our first champion of 2000 of the new millennium, of the new century, and it's going to be a Nittany Lion named Jeremy Hunter.
And Coach Hunter's a super, super tough guy. Like, I've never seen him breathe like it. For example, I've seen him, a 125-pound weight class wrestler break heavyweights in the wrestling room, just hand fight them. And he's 48 years old. It doesn't matter. He'll come out and wrestle you hard, 48 or whatever. It doesn't matter what age he is. He'll break you. And he grew up in a generation that was just tougher than us. And it doesn't matter how tired you are. And he doesn't care how you feel. He keeps going. And it was one day we were doing a conditioning workout, and I was a freshman, so they were just getting me tough. I put me on a treadmill, and we were doing uphill sprint workouts, and so I asked him, "What's the time going to be?" He goes, "You don't need to know that." And I go, "All right, well, how many am I doing?" He goes, "You don't need to know that. You're just going to do them. I'm going to tell you to stop, and when you're done, I'll let you know." And so I'm going on the treadmill and sprint. It may be 3 minutes long, or it may be 30 seconds long. You just never know. And so, I did like 20 sprints at this point. Some were a minute, some were 30 seconds, some were 20 seconds. Yeah, it varied. And I got to the point where I was like, I'm about ready to cry right now. And I was broken. I started, tearing up a little bit, and I legitimately was like, I'm just gonna fall. I'm just going to fall off this treadmill and then I'll be done, right? So I'm like, screw it. Boom, I fly backwards off the treadmill. Coach Hunter catches me from falling. He was standing back there. He knew it was coming eventually. And to give you reference, he's got this like kind of like a Pennsylvania Southern draw, this accent.
I know about that.
And I'm thinking, I'm crying, and I think I'm done. And I'm like, yep, that's great. This is over. And, so part of me was like, I was really, really sad because I was so broken, so tired, but I knew I was done. And, he's like, you're all right. I'm like, yeah. He goes, all right, get back up there. And I go, get back up there. Get back up there. He goes, I told you when you were going to be done. I ain't telling you you were done yet. It broke me. It broke me. I got back up there. I did one more, and he told me I was done after that. Oh, thank God. But I was, that little Pennsylvania accent, it stays with me, it rings.
Oh, man.
You're scared of him.
You have nightmares of that.
I had nightmares. I thought I was going to be falling off that treadmill a couple more times. He wasn't going to let me get hurt, though. He had my back. He's not going to let me get hurt. But he was playing some mental games with me.
Yeah. Wow. All right, man. Hey, we've heard how tough the freshman seasons in wrestling can be at some of these colleges. But, hey, man, more on the story. When you think you're broke, you're actually not, right? Because you actually did get back up and kept running.
I did. I got back up there, and I ran. I may have been crying, but I did it.
Hey, yeah, you did, man. And he kind of, I'm sure, now fast forward a few years, you remember that story, maybe, that just when you think you're broke, you're not, man. Absolutely. Old coach, and Danny Pucino with the wrestling story. That's a good story, Danny. You got two good stories, man. So. Hey, Danny Pucino, folks. He's coming back this year at Illinois, and Danny, you've been great, man, and you're welcome back anytime. So appreciate.
Thanks for being on, Dan.
Thanks for having me on. You guys are nothing but great. You got to have some more Illini on the podcast.
Let's get them lined up,
Let's
man.
do
Let's
it.
get some coaches and let's set it up. But, folks, Danny, Al Pucino. Don't mess with him, baby. Illinois wrestling, folks. And this is the Wrestling Files. Thanks, Danny.